Hey family, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for coming back. Today's video is a feminine hygiene video and we will be talking about a lot of embarrassing issues that most women fight with on a daily basis. In this video also, I will be showing you some products and some hacks that will help you improve your feminine hygiene. If you want to learn some hacks and products that will improve your feminine hygiene, then keep watching. Welcome back. To my returning subscribers, I like to say welcome. And for those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Franca Idoko Isaac. I am an Olympic silver medalist. And on this channel, I talk about relationship, I talk about feminine hygiene, I show a little bit of DIYs, things you can do at home for your own personal use. I do a little bit of everything. So if you want to be part of my family, subscribe, click on the notification bell. That way, you don't get to miss any time I upload another video. Without no further ado, let's go to the video of today. Today's video is a very educational video and I'll be mentioning vagina a lot in this video. So if you are uncomfortable with the word, I apologize in advance, but this video is strictly educational. So one of the most common embarrassing feminine hygiene issue is BV. This issue affects the vaginal area. So I will be sharing with you signs and symptoms to help you figure out if you have BV and when to visit your gynecologist. One of the most common signs of BV is a fishy smell, a very bad, embarrassing odor that smells like fish. And this smell increases most especially after sexual intercourse. Another sign of BV is a greenish discharge. We as females tend to produce a lot of discharge on our vaginal area. And sometimes not all of these discharges are bad, but normal, because our vagina is self-cleansing and the hormones in that area help to keep the vagina clean and fresh. But it becomes a problem when the discharge have bad odors with different colors. A normal color will be white and clear. But when you start to see greenish, yellowish, brownish colors, especially when it smells, then you should be worried and it's time to visit your gynecologist. There is also itching. When you have continuous itching in your V area, then it's a red flag. Another one is a strong and unpleasant smell. It doesn't have to be fishy this time around. As long as it's unpleasant and it smells so bad and you can't cope with that odor, then it should alert you. Another sign could be burning sensation, especially after sex or when you urinate. So all these are signs to help you know if you have BV, vaginal infections, or abnormal activities that are going on down there. Now that we have known what BV is, I'm going to share with you some hacks that will help you prevent them or get rid of them. So these hacks I'm going to be sharing with you are not in any particular order or more important than the other one, but I'll be saying number 1, number 2, number 3 as I go on. So number 1, wear breathable underwears. I know G-strings or thongs are beautiful, sexy, and make you feel so good, but because it rubs on the vaginal area so much and doesn't give it space to breathe, it's not good for you because bacteria love to grow in a warm and dark area. So if you find yourself so prone to vaginal infections, the most recommendable underwears are cotton underwears. Yes, cotton underwears. I know they are not so beautiful, they are not so sexy, but in this situation, is the best for you because it's going to provide you air in that area and allows your VJ area to breathe. So stay away from these fancy looking underwears and keep your vaginal area healthy. So still on underwears, another hack will be go naked. Yes, go naked, especially at night when you sleep. It gives that area a lot of space to breathe. And you don't need to go to bed with those uncomfortable underwears, especially when you are easily prone to bacterial or vaginal infections. Another strong reason I would like to highlight on is douching. Please stop douching. I don't know where you have read it or who have told you about douching, but to be honest with you, when bacterial infections are your problem, you don't need to douche. Our vagina is self-cleansing and they have their own pH. And this pH needs to be balanced for things to work properly in that area. So when you douche, you are tampering with the pH level of that area. I don't know what you have read about douching or who has told you about douching. But before you douche, please seek advice from your gynecologist. Another hack I would like to share with you is take your bath regularly. Take your bath every single day. I know some ladies, for some reason best known to them, do not take their bath every day. But whatever your preferences are, please try to do some kind of cleaning or washing method in that area. That area is dark and packed in the corner. So just imagine what that area is going through. No air, we sweat, and we discharge a lot down there. So imagine you don't take a constant bath to wash that area. Like I said in the beginning of the video, bacteria love to grow in a warm, dark, and moist area. So if you don't take your bath regularly, dear sister, I'm sorry, but you're gonna stink. So take your bath regularly and ensure to keep that area very, very clean and dry. Another hack I would like to share with you is wiping from front to back. Whenever you go to use the restroom, to poo or to pee, ensure to wipe from front to back. I'm going to show you what I mean. So this is you and this is the wet wipe. So whenever you use the restroom, ensure to wipe from front to back. The reason is because the front is considered as clean and the back is considered as dirty. So when you do it the opposite way, you drag the bacteria from the back to the front and it's not good for you. So you want to wipe from the clean area to the dirty area. Another important one is you limit the amount of processed food that you eat, especially sugar. Anything that has a lot of sugar in it, like beverages, candies, you will want to stay away from them. So please stay away from processed foods. Another one could be staying too long in wet underwears, especially after swimming, or maybe you did some kind of sporting activities that had made you to sweat. Please do not stay long in these wet underwears because again, it provides a warm, moist environment for bacteria to grow. So please do not stay too long in wet underwears. Another great hack that could help you with that is panty liners. Let me show you how it looks like. So this is how our panty liners look like. If you use pads for your periods especially, it's just like a normal pad, just that it's so thin and you can barely tell that it's there. So you can put a lot of them in your cars, in your bag, wherever you are, so that you can change them a lot each time you visit the toilet, especially like I said, after sports and swimming, and you're not ready to take off your wet undies immediately. You can use them as a substitute until you're able to change your wet undies, and it's going to help you stay dry down there and keep that area clean and dry. Another reason you think people know but they do not know is protecting themselves from multiple sexual partners. You're dating 2, 3, 4, 5 partners. You're sleeping with all of them. You can't control all of them. You can't control what they do or who they are with when you are not with them. My advice, have one sexual partner you can trust. That way, they don't get to infect you with sexual bacteria at home. Still on that line, I would like to say you clean your sex toys each time you use them. Because when you pack them away without cleaning them, bacteria will grow and grow on them. And imagine you forget to clean it again before use and then you use them. Then you're inviting a lot of bunch of bacteria into your body. So my advice is you clean your sex toys before use and clean them again after you use them. The last but not the least I would like to mention is stay hydrated. Drink a lot of fluid. Yes, I know some people do not like to drink water. I don't also drink a lot of water. But what I do to make my water intake very easy is I mix them with my favorite fruits and vegetable. I like to mix my water with cucumber. Sometimes I add lemon. That way, it gives it flavor and it's very easy for me to take. You must not necessarily drink only water. You can also do that, especially when you are prone to BV, drink a lot of fluid. And we also have some healthy beverages that you can take to help improve your fluid intake. What fluid does is that it goes into our body, flushes out our system, and comes out as urine. So hydration is very important. And when you stay hydrated, you stay beautiful and your skin looks so good too. So please drink a lot of fluid. So that is it for this video, guys. I feel I have talked a lot in this video. So if you like this video, give it a very big thumbs up. And there's a chance that it might be useful to someone out there. So please share it on your social media platform. And if you are yet to subscribe to my channel and you want to be part of this family, please click on the notification bell and subscribe. That way you don't get to miss any time I upload another video. That being said, thank you so much for staying tuned. Bye.